a crazy thing to consider if you're looking at new wheels for your Toyota Tacoma. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. That's right, this is a crazy thing to consider if you're looking for new wheels for your Toyota Tacoma. You know, if you're in the market anyway, you might as well take everything into account, right? And this is something that I figured out after I had the last set of wheels on my Tacoma. Now, what I've got right here, these are fuel wheels. You can see right there, I love these. I love the blacked out wheels. I love the design, the round cutouts in them, even the little slots in the wheels here. But what I'm talking about, the last set of wheels that I had, they were fuels as well. They were pewter in color around the edges, which wasn't bad. I could live with that. But where the problem came in was actually the lip here at the bottom of the wheel. You can see how this is nice and flat, right? And it angles down away from the truck. I can show you here in the dirt that's on the truck. There you go. This is a good time to have dirty wheels, I guess. There's no lip or anything here, right? So nothing's gonna catch in there. Now, I happen to have a spare in here in the garage, so we'll get in here out of the sunlight. Now, this lip here is what I'm talking about. On my other set of wheels, it had a lip like this, but it had an area that came up all the way around the edge. So it created like a little ridge or a little ledge inside here. The problem with that is when the wheel gets wet, you know, if it ever rains or when you're washing the truck, all of that water obviously is going to collect down here. Now, since it had the ring around the outside here and that little ledge creating a valley there, the water couldn't run out. Obviously, the water is going to evaporate eventually, right? And when it did, it always left water stains right here on the wheels. Now, if you're like me, you know, I don't really love washing cars anyway. So having to deal with that every time after I spent all that time and effort to wash it and get it clean, and then I still had a little deposit left on the wheel when it was done after it evaporated and dried off. So I could go back, break out the cleaning supplies again, wipe it all off, but what a drag. My point is, I guess, is why not at the time that you're gonna buy the wheel, when you're deciding what you want, why not get something that doesn't have that? I mean, if you're looking for new wheels anyway, why get something that's going to create more work after the fact? Because if you get something like this that just slopes down with nothing to stop the water's gonna run off and it's not gonna create some big, and it was pretty big, it was about yay wide, yay long, valley in here that would always show leftover sediment, if you will, or dirt or watermarks or whatever. So these I love. These don't have that problem. I mean, obviously this wheel is pretty dirty right now, but everything runs right out of it, so I don't have to screw with that. Now, let me show you one other thing. Again, picky little thing, but after you have them for a while, you get to deal with this. Here's some of that rain right here. So you know, if I had those other wheels, all that, once this was done, would be collecting right there on the lip of that wheel. Perfect timing, huh? Anyway, let's talk about the center cap. That's the last thing. A lot of the wheels, the aftermarket wheels these days, come with a center cap that has screws that bolt into threaded holes in the wheel itself. Now, a couple of problems with those for me, or the biggest problem, I guess, is that when you screw them in, you screw in through the plastic always cracks. So now you've got cracked plastic or a cracked little arm holding these things in. Sooner or later, they're gonna give completely and you're not gonna have anything holding them in. I don't like that. These are the old style, which I think are still relevant actually. Let me turn you around, I'll show you here. These are the old style that actually have the old spring-loaded arms in it. You can see one right there all the way around in there. But the old style arms that are held in by that little bracket pushing those arms against a little lip inside the wheel well here, right in there. And those are perfect, I think. They're never gonna break. I mean, typically they don't break, and you don't ever have to take them off. A lot of the ones that bolt in, you actually have to remove the center cap before you can take the lug nuts off. Now, they might be better for theft, I guess. These, of course, do just pull right out, but you really have to have a massive hand to get those off, because typically you would get these off by pushing them or hitting them from the back. So I think these are probably more secure, at least in comparing these to being stolen with someone who happens to have an Allen wrench. Obviously, they've got to take the bolts out. There's usually 3 to take the ones that bolt in off. But even so, I think these are still a little bit more difficult to steal. Anyway, just wanted to kind of talk about that a little bit. Something I didn't think about, particularly that little ridge when I bought my wheels. And to be honest, had I considered that, I probably wouldn't have bought those wheels just for that reason, because I don't want to have to be screwing around with watermarks or leftover dirt or whatever on the wheels every time it rains, which granted is infrequently here. More importantly, when I wash the truck. Anyway, leave a comment down below. Let me know if things like that ever come into consideration for you. I'd be curious, or if you've run into that and it's kind of frustrating for you now. Also, real quick, if you haven't before and you're interested, check out my other channel. It is RobMotive JT, all about my 2020 Jeep Gladiator, resting comfortably right up there now. And don't forget to click that notification bell on your way out so that you don't miss any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye. That's right. This is a crazy thing to consider if you're looking at